What's up, guys? So it is Friday night. We are going to do our best tonight to get the engine out. That may or may not happen. I really hope it does. If it doesn't, then we will pick up where we left off tomorrow morning and we'll have the whole day to get it done. So not sure if that's going to work out. But it's looking pretty good. We got a lot of things in our favor. I've got a couple guys coming over to help, and between all of our minds, we should be able to figure some stuff out. So we're going to take the harness apart here and unclip it so I can pull the cab side through and get that disconnected and out of the way. We're going to get the steering column unbolted so that we can rip the rest of the column out and get that out of the way. I'm going to have the intake manifold peeled off. I also need to tackle getting the blower motor and all that the rest of the way out, and that way we can get the carpet out like I said I was going to do in the last one, and that didn't get done, so that we can get access to the bell housing bolts. And on top of all that, I'm going to kind of just quickly go through the plastics and stuff that I got. Whatever stuff looks really good, I'm going to set aside in a pile and put them up for sale, because I know some of these plastics crack and people want to replace them. We're going to get all that going and just attack a couple different areas at once and get this, probably definitely going to get the fan off and get the accessories kind of off the motor. Get it as bare as we can so it's as light as possible and as easy as possible to get out. So without further ado, I'm going to try to film as much as what's important going on as I can, but I don't have 4 cameras, and there's going to be things going on in like 6 different places at once. So I'm going to cover as much as I can, and I'll keep you guys updated. All right, so first milestone, we got this garbage out, and this is what went to the engine, and all of this is what is rat's nested in your dash. If y'all were ever wondering, that's all that crap. So we're making pretty good progress. We've got pretty much most of the accessories ripped off. And we're getting to it now. I can get the rest of most of this out of the way, get the column yanked out, and we're moving right along. We're only about a little over an hour in. We're having this slight issue because somebody broke a bolt by using the ye old Dugga machine, and it was on level 3 instead of level 1, and the first bolt he put it on went boop. We're currently fighting that. Other than that, the water pump will come off. So
well,
oh,
they extract that bitch.
I'd rather it be there than in there.
You mean
It's
there?
in there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well.
Oh.
All right, so we got the water pump off. The Ugga machine seemed to have collected a casualty. But that's all right. We got the tools for that, and that's all part of learning the game. We forgot that this specific model of Ugga Dugga goes from level 3 to level 1. It was on level 3, and within about 2 rotations, it just yeeted the bolt in half. So we're gonna try to get that out half-assedly because it's not really important right at this moment. But if it's easy to get right now, we're gonna get it right now. Other than that, I've got the column loose. I just need to cut the shift linkage. I tried to do it the nice way, and it's so like dry rotted that it snapped. So whoop-de-doo on that. I'm just gonna cut it. The harness broke down to just the engine. We got all the fuel and rear end lights and all that's loose. Water pumps there. The water was kind of crappy. It probably needed a flush about 400,000 miles ago. But I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go through the block or not yet. I probably won't the first time because I haven't had a vehicle where I could just drive it how I wanted to. So I'm kind of just probably going to yeet this motor. And if it blows, it blows. And at that point, we'll rebuild it. Well, you're trying to tell me the Harbor Freight bits won't do it? Probably not. That was mighty satisfying.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I think we're pretty well going to call it a night where we're at. We got all the accessory drive off, got the water pump out. The coolant's really not the best, but it's not destroyed either. So fuel wasn't too old that was in it. We pulled the fuel rails and that wasn't too bad. So hopefully all that's pretty good. I think we got a really good shot of this motor being pretty strong and running good. So we'll see. Tomorrow we're going to get in here. I'm probably going to get started before everybody gets here and get all of this BS cleaned up so we have some room to work. And then we'll probably start with getting the intake manifold off, which there's not much left to do on that. Finish getting, there's a couple like, I think they're ground wires or something. Get those out and the whole harness will be loose. And then we'll get the headers. And I think that's about it. We'll get I never did cut this. The last clip I made, I said I was going to cut this and I never freaking did. We'll get the rest of this cleaned up and get the carpet out and get the blower motor out. I've said that I was going to do that before I started a clip, like 4 clips in a row now. So I'm just going to load you full of more crap and tell you I'm going to get it out before the next clip again. But yeah, we made some really good progress tonight. Old Clevy Poo and Jake already left. He didn't really he didn't want to speak on camera, which I can dig that, but he's a weenie anyways. But we got a lot of progress done and they helped a lot. We only really had one failure, which was snapping the bolt off in here, one of the water pump bolts, but that's not really a major deal. There's quite a bit of it hanging out, and it's semi-loose, so I'll just have to get a real man's drill bit to be able to actually drill that bolt, and it'll extract out like cake, so I'm not worried about that. It doesn't have to be done right this second either. It can get done once I have it on an engine stand, but we're going to end it off there, and I'll get back tomorrow.
Are you gonna vacuum or you done with the vacuum?
I think we're done with it. So, it's Saturday morning. Me and Chris got out here and yanked all the blower motor and all that heater crap. Got all that yanked out, got the carpet out. We're gonna probably go ahead and just leave the pedal stuff for now. I don't think we have to move it right now, so we're not going to. Here shortly, James is on his way. We'll get the exhaust and intake manifolds off and start cutting this firewall and see if we can't get to those bell housing bolts.
Oh. Did a no-no. I may have to have that.
Swivel.
Yeah, I might have that huge.
Go ahead and pull that spark. So we pulled the dipstick tube out, and turns out all it was just kind of pinched down here, probably from either the original wreck or when it got dropped on the machine. So that's a good feeling for sure. We were really worried that freaking Chris. We were really worried that
females.
Something was wrong inside the block as to why the dipstick wouldn't go all the way in, but seeing that pinched is a really good feeling. So far, this engine's looking to be really healthy. So
And we got the exhaust manifold pulled, header.
Yep. So all we got to do is get the other side and get the intake manifold off, and we'll be ready to start cutting the firewall. All right, got this header off. So both the motor mounts are pretty easily accessible. So we're gonna go ahead and Jamesy Poo showed up. We're gonna go ahead and get to cutting the firewall. All right, we're gonna get to grinding. I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse because it's probably gonna take a while. And just for Mooney, I got my face shield, buddy. How about that? Baby.
I'll snap it.
I have a feeling these won't snap. I think I looked at the one at Harbor Freight was like 30 bucks.
That's $3.50. I'd rather buy 10 from Harbor Freight.
Yep. We're getting there.
I'm not trying to get up on you. I'm just trying to stretch out. I had a rough night last night.
All right, so we got all the trans bolts out. All of the transmission bolts are out. That wasn't too bad. We had to cut a pretty good amount out of the floor, but we made it happen. They just got the intake bolts off, so we're gonna yeet that off right quick.
Yeah, it'll come off with it.
It's crazy how many of these clips that are supposed to be like a pain in the butt were easy, and then all the ones that are like disasters. All right, now it should come out. Let's see. There she is in all her glory. Oh yeah, that's yummy in there.
Holy moly.
Yep. Looks like I'm gonna do a little vacuuming right quick. But that should be it. We're gonna get the motor mounts next and get this hooked up on the old Harbor Freight cherry picker and get her yanked out. All right, I totally dropped the soap on filming, but we got the motor mounts loose and we started wiggling it loose. We've got it pretty well separated from the trans, and we're on the final little stretch to get it pulled out. So I'm gonna set you guys up on my wonderful tripod here, and we'll get it out. We don't have the angle of the dangle just right. We need to get this bolt out.
Shit, we cut the head of the
I'll fix it. Cut the head of it. Get right behind that flat washer.
You can get some of it off with the wrench. To give you a little bit of room to cut.
Nothing new. We're still fooling with this. The frame's bent in a way that we can't get this last motor mount bolt out, so we're having to partake in some extreme measures. Modern problems require modern solutions. Alright, finally got that stupid mount out. Look at this starter. Holy smokes. It was a turd, but two strong young men here and me doing this.
Nothing.
Shh. Yeah, I'm already turning into one of those YouTube people that the other people are doing most of the work, but it's extremely difficult for me to remember to film and then do like a couple things, and then it's like, okay, well they kind of got it, so let me film them doing it. It's a struggle, but we're figuring it out. So the motor is free. It's out. It's dangly. I have a starter for sale. That's gonna run y'all about. I'll do a deal for about 50 bucks. That'll probably be fine for that. And don't lowball me. I know what I got. And other than that, we'll get this thing cleaned up.
Kick a shout out to my wife, my daughter, my son-in-law. I want to just say thank you for being a friend.
You got a friend in me. So we're gonna get this out and get this trailer out of here. Crazy, guys. It's been a crazy few days. I got a lot of help this weekend. James Clevenger, Jake Hoskinson, both the boys helped me out a lot. Father-in-law Chris. I've gotten a lot of support and help. The first two videos, man, you guys have been blown out of the water. So I want to say thank you first and foremost to all of you guys that are subscribing, that are commenting, let me know what you think, giving me advice, all that. It's amazing, dude. It's crazy. And anybody that has wanted to do YouTube stuff, buy you a cheap camera, use your phone, whatever, and do it. Trust me, it's so easy, and it's such a good time. Like every step of the way, filming, remembering to film, editing stressful, but then when you're done, it's such a relief because you're like, woo, got it. And then you upload it and post it, and then everybody starts watching it, liking it. You watch that view counter go up. It's nuts, guys, I'm telling you. As far as our stopping point for this episode, we did successfully get the motor out. It is out. It's nasty. It's nastier than all get out. So far, looks like it's never been had a treatment done on it or none of that. It's super built up in there. So, but yeah, I think just the pan and heads are coming off, and then we'll get the front cover out. I'm gonna do front main, rear main seals. Probably go ahead and do a timing chain, all that. Just all the little stuff that you would do that's super easy to do when you have an engine out like this. Do it now so it's not something that goes out within the first 1,000 miles of having the truck put together and then having to pull it all back apart and redo it again. So I'm going to end it off there. You guys can look forward to the next episode being us tearing the motor down and looking at everything and making sure everything's good and not. You guys be sure to drop a like if you liked it, drop a dislike if you didn't like it. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought, what was your favorite part of the video, what kind of content you enjoy seeing, what you don't like seeing. And I am going to work on making the page look better. I'm going to get a banner put together so that my YouTube page looks clean. And don't forget to check out my social medias. I just changed my Instagram is going to be MattyXBuilds, just like the YouTube channel. My Snapchat is MattyXBuilds. And then I'm going to leave my Facebook alone. But other than that, thank you guys so much. I will see you on the next one. Later.